Oh, very good evening. So, tomorrow is the day, and today let's hope we can cover a few tips pertaining to tomorrow's exam, right? It's not that there is something new to discuss here. You know almost everything, but it's just the focus or the objective of this live session is to have mere recollection of the things which you already know in terms of appearing for exam. Few final tips which I wanted to share, which I have compiled in my notes. You can see in the form of a screenshot in the video itself, right? And the reason why I have projected this balance is, this is in fact a balance, as you can see. This was presented to me by my wife. It shows or it gives you a lot of meaning if you think. For example, if I say, this is not just about display. It's about balancing things in life. The reason why I was presented that particular article is to have a balance between personal and professional life. The reason why I'm trying to show that balance to you is try to have a comprehensive approach when you're going for exam. As we have been discussing for the past couple of days, it's not just about the amount of knowledge which you have secured throughout this period of 5 years. It's about how you orient yourself. That's even more important. So it's all about mind game, how relaxed you stay. And as I mentioned in the morning, in one message, and also I have forwarded that mail to you, make sure that you have a leisure day today. It doesn't mean you should stop studying, but you should not overstress yourself. Because this day is going to have an influence on the next day, obviously. And that's the reason why I advise you to even sleep early. Sleep early, at least by 9:30, 10 p.m. Wake up early and then start your day just normal, right? So the objective of this live session is to share a few tips pertaining to the exam day, right? That is tomorrow. And before that, once again, a very good evening all of you. I'm sure most of you are excited, most of you might be apprehensive, and few of you might be having a kind of phobia. So it's like confusion, dilemma, speculation. So a lot many mixed feelings now. I do understand. So let's see what we can discuss now in this given 1 hour time. And before that, as I said, a very good evening all of you. Hi Purvil, Srish, Divya, Farheen, Sita, Animisha, Ashlisha, hi. Hi Abba, hi Priti, hi Nishi, hi BA, Saida, hi Ashin, Jyotirmai, hi. Hi Bruno, hi Shivaranjini, Shraddha, Asta, Nikita, Ramesh, Mukesh, Gauri, Divya Sharma. Yes, yes, Farheen, Momin, Doctor, hi Bernice, yes, hi Madhu, hi Prashanti, hi Srinivas, Ramesh, hi Ramesh, seeing you after a long time, like, yes, hi Kinjal, hi Bipin, hi Komal, hi Divya, hi Shaproj, hi Deepthi. Okay, a huge list. Yes, hi Kumari. Right. So the first thing which I wanted to share. So I have given you some starting points, right? And I hope your day is good so far. So don't try to have this night study today, right? Just take it seriously. Don't try to overstress yourself, as I said. After completing this live session, at least have you a good dinner, and then make sure that you sleep for at least 6 to 8 hours, right? Depending upon the circumstances and your position. Now, set your alarm early if possible, at least by 6:37. Early in the sense not 4 or 5. Again, it will have an impact on the afternoon session, obviously. At least 6:30 and 7. And so that you'll have plenty of time, right? And it should be like a normal day. Don't try to hurry yourself. Don't try to cover all the subjects at least once for sake of self-satisfaction. It's only going to create a lot of stress in you, and again that might have a negative impact, obviously, right? So don't try to hurry yourself, and don't be under the impression that you have to revise everything at least once. No. If you have notes, go through your notes. If you have your own customized way of writing something, just go through it. Or if you feel like you need to go through MCQs which you have marked previously, like where you have done some kind of mistakes, only those MCQs, only if necessary, that's it. But the best way is go through your notes, nothing more than that. And most importantly, do not discuss any MCQs. Please do not discuss any MCQs tomorrow, today, and even when you're going on the way to exam, or when you've gone to the test center with your friends or you have come across some other aspirants, please do not discuss anything there, anything academically, right? No MCQs, nothing. Because if you know the answer, even if you know the answer, you feel apprehensive. If you don't know the answer, just imagine how the situation is going to be, right? So do not discuss anything pertaining to academics, right? And as I said, wake up early comparatively, 6:37, a best time. You have plenty of time in a day. Exam around 3, and we'll discuss the subsequent things later. Have a good breakfast, very important. Try to have it at least early, before 8 a.m. so that you can have lunch again at 12 p.m., right? Because exam is at 3, you'll be busy traveling, you're not sure where you have your lunch, right? So try to have your breakfast before 8 a.m., have your lunch before 12:30 p.m. And make sure that your breakfast is very healthy, egg whites, bread. It might be funny if I'm discussing, but do not have anything that is too oily. Obviously, too oily, you'll feel this dryness and all, thirst. Try to avoid oily stuff tomorrow. Bread, jam, or it can be egg whites, omelette, anything which is simple, or salads if you're used to, or idli, right? South Indian favorites, right? Isn't it? So, have a healthy breakfast, that's important. Do not skip either breakfast or even lunch, because once you enter the exam hall, see, you'll be busy from almost 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Totally hectic schedule. So you should be charged. You should have glucose, and studies reveal the same. If you don't have glucose levels, normal glucose levels, or hypoglycemia, doesn't work. You will be under stress, you will be under apprehension, obviously, right? So do not skip your breakfast or lunch. And lunch in particular, do not try to have biryanis or heavy food. It should be light, preferably curd rice, right? And obviously, you got a message from MBE, reach the venue early. Early in the sense doesn't mean you go at 10 a.m. and sit there. No, at least try to reach by, depending upon the commute time and all, make sure you plan your day so that you reach the destination at least 1 to 1:30 p.m. They said 2:30, why do you want to take the risk? Right? 1:30 p.m. at least try to be at the venue. And once you're at the venue, please do not discuss any subject over there. Try to stay relaxed, try to do breathing and all, it will be fine. Just try to stay relaxed, right? And as I said, avoid conversations which involve subject discussion, right? And after you start your exam, as few of you are asking me, will they guide us to enter the hall ticket numbers or whatever? Don't worry, they'll take care. The test center, they'll deploy some personnel there, they'll take care of everything, you'll have complete guidance, and you need not really worry about all such things. And one of my students was asking me, sir, I have sight and I have the spectacles. Should I carry spectacles or not? You have to. When you have sight, when you have issues with your, it's a part and parcel, right? It's like wearing your clothes. If you're not allowed to carry spectacles, and you're not allowed to wear clothes also, you should not be allowed to wear clothes also, isn't it? So don't worry about all these things. Nothing bad is going to happen. All this come because we are too much concerned, isn't it? Once we are too much concerned and once we are too much apprehensive, we start getting these kind of thoughts. You have sight, take your spectacles, nothing bad is going to happen. If at all they ask you to remove, just remove and give it them, or try to get a new ones later. That's it. So don't try to overthink. Don't allow such thoughts to be entertained, right? Because they in fact create a lot of, as you said, tachycardia or whatever term you would like to use. That's not good. So relax. There are people there who are going to help you, and preferably don't expect them to provide you or to have provision for placing your mobiles or wallets, right? So make sure that you leave them at your room or just carry money for sake of commute purpose, that's it, right? Don't expect them to provide you lockers and all, right? And over also it's mentioned the same. And when you're starting the exam, relax. First, relax. Don't be under tension or stress. Breathing exercises will definitely help, or think of some person whom you love or whom you like. And once you start answering questions, read question completely. This we have been stressing right from the beginning, if you remember. So we often have this issue where the moment we see something familiar, we directly jump into the answer. And I have been a victim for this. I used to tell this exam a number of times. It seems easy, but if the question seems to be easy, there can be a trap, there can be a hunch, so be careful. Don't expect every question to be a trap, let me tell you frankly. The basic thing is, read the question completely. Especially from the starting, that's fine, you'll do it, till the ending, because ending part you might have except or negatives where we often tend to miss. And if we miss that, then there will be a first option which is correlating with the first part of the question, which is a hunch, and you might land up giving a wrong answer. So the basic thing is, read the question completely from the starting to the ending. It seems to be easy, but you might say, oh, this we know, but we often make mistakes in this. Even if you lose 1 mark, 1 mark lost is 1 mark lost, obviously, isn't it? So pay attention to these finite details, which is going to play a significant role in your result, obviously, isn't it? So read the question completely, and if you feel that one option is right, don't directly jump answering that. Go through all the options also, right? That's the basic part which I wanted to elaborate first, very important. Read the entire question, options, not once, but twice. Then, as I said, don't directly jump into answers, right? There can be hunch, there can be trick answers in the first option itself, right? So go through the entire segment. And often we go wrong in questions which we are too confident in, because we might have not read the question completely, or we might have assumed in a different way. So if you feel that the question is very easy, be careful, as I said. And at the same time, if the question is very difficult or if it is time consuming, don't waste your time for that particular question. If you make a calculation, it should not worry you, but on an average, each question you have around 45 seconds. Exactly 45 seconds for each question if you divide accordingly. But don't be in a hurry that I have to solve this question 45, because some questions you can solve in 15 seconds, some might take 1 minute. So it depends on the question. On an average, it takes 45 seconds. So my point is, whenever you come across anything which is difficult or time consuming, don't waste your time 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes solving that one question, because you have still not many questions to answer, right? In the time of solving this question, you can solve a multiple number of questions, right? So such difficult questions, try to mark them so that you can review them later, right? So give due importance to it. And intermittently, when you're giving the exam, often we might lose sight of the time. We might take it for granted, or we might assume that, okay, time is there, but look at the clock which is provided in your software on the screen intermittently, right? So that you'll have an idea like how much time is still remaining. And as I said, try solving in 3 phases. You can have your own format, you can have your own strategy. As I discussed previously, in the first phase, try to solve all the questions which have obvious answers, like numericals or questions which you are really confident in, which you feel that that's the obvious answer. So try answering all such questions in the first phase. And in second phase, you'll be solving questions which need either thoughts, analysis, or recollection of your memory. So once you allot some time, then obviously you might get answers for such questions, right? Once you start thinking, once you start analyzing, or once you start recollecting, then obviously you'll be answering those kind of questions in the second phase. And third phase, previously, since there was no negative marking, we thought about blind guesswork and all, but remember, we have negative marking. Few of you are still asking, we have negative marking, 1/4 negative marking, 4 marks for right answer, -1 for wrong answer. So beware of negative marking. Don't answer if you have no idea at all. As I said, if you can rule out 2 options, go ahead, take the risk and answer. But if you can rule out only one option, there can be answer in 3 other options, don't take the risk. Or if you have no idea regarding the question, or if it is complex, tough, controversial, please leave it. And don't be under assumption that, let me solve all questions, because what if one question is right? Okay, if one question is right, you will get +4. What if several questions are wrong? You're losing the marks which you have been gaining by answering right answers, isn't it? So you might have secured some 700 or 800 marks. Because of negative marking, you might drop to 500 or 600, who knows? Even 1 mark lost is lost, isn't it? So try maximum to minimize negative marking by having this assurance that don't go ahead mark all questions, because I see few of the students trying to answer all questions with the assumption that okay, what if one is right, I'll get +4. What if several questions are wrong simultaneously, because luck doesn't favor all the time, isn't it? So leave out questions. You should have heart to leave out certain questions which you are not confident in, right? So try solving in these phases or in whichever phase that is convenient for you, right? Don't worry, I know I'm going fast, but I'll once again summarize. And also I have notes. I mean, in the sense I have prepared notes for this. If you want, I'll just share the copy with you, right? Don't worry. And as I said, don't be under temptation that you should answer all the questions. It will be tempting, I can understand, but beware of negative marking. And go by your first instinct. You know, we have something called an instinct. So go by the first instinct. However, if you give a deep thought for a particular question, or if you allot some amount of time, then obviously you feel that the first answer which you mark might be wrong, so you feel like you have to change the answer. In that case, change your answer if you have a strong justification, or once you start thinking, or once you start analyzing that question, you feel like the first marked option is wrong, then go ahead, change your answer. Because statistics tells you that by changing answer in such instances, you are twice more likely to change from a wrong answer to right answer rather than right to wrong. So go by the first instinct, as I said, but if you feel like certain questions, because I had this personal experience, we go mark certain answers for some questions, but once you give some thought, or there can be a recollection based on your memory and based on your preparation, if you feel like you have a strong reason enough to change the answer, then go ahead, because statistics also supports you, right? So that's one crucial point which I wanted to make. And obviously the exam is 3 hours. There can be burnout, there can be exhaustion. So make sure that you have at least strategic breaks after every 100 questions, or maybe after 90 questions, right? Or maybe after 60 questions, right? So try to have strategic breaks of at least 30 seconds to 1 minute. So in this break, if water is being provided, have some water, or if possible, if allowed, go for washroom, or you can just have this breathing exercise, right? You can just practice deep breathing, try to stay calm, relaxed. At least breaks intermittently for a duration of 30 seconds to 1 minute, right? To prevent exhaustion. You can take just one break, I guess, starting from 3. After 1.5 hours, you can, because 1.5 hours, it's fine, you can proceed. Or if you feel like, take maximum of 2 or 3 breaks, depending on your situation. But take breaks, right? To prevent burnout or exhaustion. And all this while you have been practicing, so it should be a cakewalk for you, in fact. And finally, if time permits, review your questions. Reviewing your questions is as important as answering your questions. Because what if you found some question where you are marked wrong? Why do you want to take the risk? If you have time, so give importance to reviewing all the questions as well. And don't be in a hurry to submit. Obviously, I'm sure you'll not submit before the allotted time, and moreover, you'll not be allowed outside also, I think. So utilize the entire test time, a duration of 3 hours. Utilize each second, each minute. Even taking break is utilizing your time productively, right? So don't consider that as a waste of time, right? So this is the overview of what I wanted to discuss in this live session. So I hope I've given you some valid points, and if you have any queries, or we can have some kind of interaction for some time, and then we'll conclude the session, because I want you to sleep early, right? Hi Shreyash, hi Kumari, hi Rashid, Sonal, hi Abhishek, Brijesh, top 10 videos, hi Nidhi, hi Manikala. Okay, good Manikala, wish you all the best also. Hi Nabila, hi Drishya Nayan, hi Sirisha, hi Anu, Hi for he, Nivedita. Hi. Hi, Nidhi. Okay, yes, Wellness. Hi, Swapnil. There, nowhere it's mentioned regarding the number of image-based questions, Swapnil. Hi, Nandini. Hi, Sam. Akshay. Komal. So I get it too early. Wellness, you say? Then I feel like answering fast. Yes, we do have that kind of tendency. So try to have strategic breaks, right? So I would prefer one break. It depends on my individual capacity, right? So you should be knowing. You might have solved many grand tests and all. So like after 60 MCQs or after 1 hour or every 1 hour, at least one break would be suffice, right? Yes, Monica, you're welcome. Welcome, Komal. Yeah, Shraddha. One query. Many times it so happens that the questions are on a difficult scale towards beginning of the paper.
Call from Dr. Shruti Saidar.
I'm sorry. Yeah, many times it is so happens that the questions are on a difficult scale towards the beginning of the paper and easy towards the end. Shraddha, because in this format, obviously we'll be having jumbling, right? So there is, I don't think there will be a common paper for everyone. Even though the questions are the same, there can be jumbling. Obviously, the software is in such a way that there will be jumbling of questions, as far as I believe. So, okay, if in case that's the case, go alternatively or go just skip all the questions at once or go solving, because you need not worry, already you have given a demo test in MBE side, so you have the color template, you know what questions you have answered, what you haven't answered. See, it's not a rule, it's not hard and fast rule that you should start solving from the first question till the last question. There is no such rule, right? It's all your convenience. So moreover, you will not have confusion here, because you will have a color template of a question template where you will be knowing which questions you have answered and which you haven't, right? So if that is the case, then you can go ahead start at random from any question, right? But yeah, after saying this, I suggest you to follow a particular format, right? Because if you go again at random, it will be a bit of confusion. Go as per your convenience, right? If that's the case, start from last or start from middle, or what I mean to say is try following some pattern, right? Rather than just picking a random question. Yes, that's what I believe in Burness. That's what we have incorporated in our software also. Obviously, we'll have this kind. Anyways, you will let me know tomorrow. Yes. So the questions might be the same, but there can be jumbling of questions to prevent copying or all these negative things, right? Milan, there is no such criteria. This is the first time we are having negative marking. So it's for 240 into 4, 960. So there is no such criteria. Once this exam happens, once the results are declared, maybe we can speculate and make a wide guess, but there is no such criteria. The only criteria here is giving your best, answering maximum questions, maximum right questions with negative marking, and achieving top score in order to have a better percentile. Yes, if in case, yes, Nidhi, that's a very important point. If you're having, questions for review, then you end up, okay, so you have these questions for review, but you think you have to review them later, so your time is over. If that's the case, if you're planning to review your questions later, make sure that at least you allot 10-15 minutes, depending upon the number of questions. Depending upon the number of questions you have to review again, make sure that you remember to allot a specific amount of time, at least for the last 5, 10 or 15 minutes, right? Yeah. So it's very important for you to mark for review, because if you sit there and try to solve the same question, you're going to lose your time unnecessarily. It's better if you don't answer also if you're not sure, isn't it? So I guess we'll just try answering your questions. So Toffee and my better half will be coming to wish you all the best. So then we'll continue with our session, right? Toffee. This one. Okay. So this is my small family, right? So we are three talking near partner. Yes.
Hi.
So we can see there.
Hi.
So
Hi everyone.
she is my wife Soumya, and this is our daughter, daughter Toffee, right? So Soumya, you can just give them some advice and wish them all the best.
Yeah.
Wish them all the best at least.
Yeah. All the best everyone.
Actually,
I want to see the names. Sivaranjani, Bernice, Farheen, Angel, Nandini, Sam, Purvil, Prashanti, Preeti, Sonal, everyone.
Okay, I'll read out the names for you, right?
Yeah. Everyone, all the best.
Yes, thank you, Bernice, Shivaranjani, Sam, Sirisha, Hi Nandini, Farheen, Sam Singh, Shivaranjani, Purvil, B.A. Abul, Prashanti, yes, Preeti, Sonal, Swapnil.
No, it's not Pug, it's Lhasa apps. Akshay Verma.
So Nandini says you're so cute. Okay, we can have all that conversation later.
Thank you.
Okay, so she is behind me and I am behind you, right? And Toffee is behind every one of us, right? So once again, we wish you all best wishes, and I'm sure you're going to rock, right? So just keep the spirits high, be positive, and obviously you
She
hope
wants
for
to
the
kiss
best.
me.
So wish you well.
Yeah, all the best. Give test without any stress. That's
Okay.
it.
Right.
Watch some good movie tonight.
No, I advise them to sleep them early so that they will not have disturbed day tomorrow. Yes, at
Okay.
least you can watch a short film or a movie for at least 30-40 minutes and then you can sleep, right? So try to stay as much relaxed as possible. And Toffee would also like to give you best wishes by way of hand. Okay, Toffee?
All the best. All the best,
Okay.
everyone.
Toffee, look at there. Here is the screen. Toffee, show your face. Show your face.
At least twice. At least once.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, in fact, Prashanti asked me yesterday to get my wife before screen so that she could wish all of you all the best. So, I have done accordingly. So make sure that you guys stay relaxed and give your best, right? After all, after going through all these points which I've given you, after all, this is only an exam. It's not a matter of life and death, isn't it? It's just an exam. It's just another day, right? So once again, I wish you all the best. We wish you all the best. We three wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you. What's that? No, not that one. This one. Samsung. It's like Samsung. Okay, Samsung. Thank you. Yeah. Bye. Bye for now. Bye. Say
Okay,
bye.
bye.
Puppy. Bye bye. I know, I don't know how.
Samsung says he has Samsung phone also. Okay, right. Sure, Nidhi, we are looking forward for that. Exactly, Samsung. One paper can't decide your entire future, isn't it? Okay, right. So this is what I wanted to share. So you have any other questions further, just let me know, right? So as I said, set your alarm early. 6:37, have your breakfast, quality breakfast, have a light lunch, right? And go to the center early. Don't try to be in a hurry. Don't try to complete or revise all the subjects. And on the exam day, on the specific time period, right? So try to stay relaxed, do some breathing exercises, and make sure that you stay relaxed, right? That's very important. And believe in yourself. And obviously, once you have these qualities, you will be excited to give the exam, right? So read the questions completely, review them properly, and allot time, have strategic breaks. And as I said, at the end of the day, this is just an exam, right? It's not a matter of life and death, and this should not terrify you or worry you, right? And as few of you said, one sheet of paper shouldn't be able to decide your future. So have that kind of spirit, just go rock the exam. No, Charuta, I don't think so that these things will be an issue. See, you tried, right? So just ask them to try if they can. Okay, you need not really worry about all these issues, and these minor things. Citing these minor things, they are not going to say you're not allowed for exam. That would be silly, isn't it? And this is not the first time we're having NEET exam or an entrance exam, right? We have been seeing many entrances. You might have seen many entrances. All these things will not be criteria. Yes, I feel if you have a wristwatch, better take an analog one rather than a digital one, right? No, sometimes, Charuta, it doesn't matter. Sometimes we think it's stupid, but that can be a serious question enough. Nothing like sharp 1 p.m. In message, you got a message saying that will not be allowed after 2:30 p.m. right? So try to be early, at least half an hour to 1 hour early, right? Okay, Nidhi. So they made you remove elastic band. Fine. Divya. If you have to review the entire questions, and as you told, 3 phases of answering, approximately how much questions should be covering each hour? Do calculation, Divya. Obviously, on an average, you will be getting 45 seconds for one question, right? On an average, 45 seconds for one question. So 60 questions, around 60 to 70 questions. It varies, it depends on the complexity of the questions also. Don't keep that as a norm and try to reach your targets as per the time. No, it depends on the questions. Few questions, as I said, you can answer in 5-10 seconds. Few questions might take 1 minute, few 2 to 3 minutes, right? It depends. Yes, Komal, love you too. Thank you so much. Yes, Nidhi. Okay, so based on Nidhi's experience, better remove everything and go. But make sure that you have your clothes on your body. Of course you can, because once you're entering, yes, I'm answering your question. Of course, once you enter the exam hall, you're not allowed to carry anything, right? Obviously, you'll have some time. Of course, you can. But you have some keywords. I'm sure they will be there in your mind, right? So once you come across the question, then why don't you go answering or writing that on paper? Anyways, that's not going to be an issue. Yes, so Shraddha is giving you some important information. So go through the list of instructions behind your admit card once again. So Shraddha says plain rubber band for tying your hair rather than fancy ones. Don't carry any rings, anything. Don't carry any rings or chains. Yes, Madhu, once you answer a question, since it is online, you'll have a provision to change the answer anytime within the given time frame. Yes, of course, you can change the answers. Yes, Swapnil will have questions from all subjects. So, okay, Charita, see if you can remove your nose pin also. So, guys, so try not to have any rings or ear studs or nose studs, right? Any chains. Specs obviously you need to have, right? If you have sight, right? No goggles, no fancy items whatsoever. And watch, you'll be allowed to carry if it's an analog one, as far as I remember, right? So, nothing digital. Anyways, you will have time in the software, right? So why take risk? As one of you asked, I think Sam asked that question, right? So better not to carry watch also, right? The analog one also, why? You'll have the provision for time there on the screen, right? So that will not be an issue. Yes, BA. It seems to be like one danger zone, but that's a wonderful opportunity. See, exam is a wonderful opportunity for you to prove yourself, right? So take it that way. It's not a war zone or a danger zone. Yes, but that's being projected that way. I can understand PA. So Venice has a question. So, what advice can I give? Take a rubber band, the normal one. If they say no, throw it. That's it. Or the more better solution would be cutting your hair. Yes, Dipsy, hi. So, if regarding state registration, if it is not mentioned in your admit card, then don't worry. Only your admit card and see, admit card you got this once you applied for it in a proper channel, right? So, admit card with photo would be suffice, right? So, follow things which are mentioned on your admit card. That would be more than enough. So, don't worry about registrations and all. So for him, yes, try taking chocolate candy also. You can snack during a break time. Yes, Asa, you're most welcome. Yes, Sai Kiran, I have answered your question, right? It's better. Obviously not carry any items with you, right? So if you have time, of course you can write down on your rough paper, right? That will not be an issue because everything is being monitored through cams, right? Yeah. So carry your admit card and ID proof. Yes, carry these necessary documents, clothes, and your brain, as Bernice rightly said. Okay, Shraddha. Anyways, as I said, you'll have provision for looking at the time on screen, so better don't carry anything. Yes, Abul. If they provide you any rough paper, then you can use it. Okay, Sam, BA. Yes, it can be changed. So Sam says is alcohol alone. Okay, fine. Yes, Sai Kiran, I have answered the question, right? Sonal, just relax, Sonal, just leave out. I have been getting mails regarding the same. Sir, I'm answering questions, I'm not getting answers. Don't answer any questions now. Don't answer any questions before exam, starting from today. Only just practice the questions which you have already done. Don't try to solve them or don't take tests now. Right? That will only add up to your stress. So do not take up any tests. Just revise your notes or any MCQs which you have marked prior. That's it. Okay, maybe they'll check your shoes. See, there won't be any issues pertaining to your rings, chains, shoes, specs, watches, etc. If at all there is any issue, just assume that you're donating there, donate them and just carry on with your exam, right? So that shouldn't cause you apprehension. As it has been clearly mentioned in your admit card, no ornaments, no electronic gadgets, no watches, right? No fancy items. Simple. Keep it simple. Don't overthink, right? So try to stay relaxed. Do not solve any questions now, today or tomorrow. That's very, very important. Try only to revise, only for a few hours, and it should be just normal, right? So don't try to run or don't try to hurry yourself with an assumption that I should go through all the questions for sake of self-satisfaction, right? And as I said, as I listed out the instructions before, try giving due importance to them and see what best you can. Ultimately, this is not a matter of life and death. This is only one such wonderful opportunity for you to prove what you are, right? If not today, if not tomorrow, maybe you have another day, that's it. And as I said, it's not a matter of life and death. So go, give your best and be confident. And as I said, as I have been telling you for the past 1 week, those who exude confidence, those who are more confident comparatively, they are going to perform better than others. That's for sure. So no matter what you study, be confident and just focus on giving your best, stay relaxed, right? Okay, right. So we'll have another live session. Yes, we'll see if we can have one live session tomorrow after your exam or maybe on Monday, right? Yes. Yeah, we'll try to have one dancing session, right? Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, for sure. Yes, good. Yes, Nidhi, if you are too early in the center, you can use that time to just close your eyes and dream something big, right? So you can relax. So it's a time for you, it's an opportunity for you to relax before you're going for war. Array, Sai Kiran Reddy, I have answered a question, Sai Kiran Reddy, Sai Kiran Reddy, Sai Kiran Reddy, Sai Kiran Reddy, 4 times, right? So I said, yes, use your rough paper because it's not a crime. You have a cam there, everyone is watching, they'll not assume that you got a slip with you, right? So don't worry. use your rough paper before exam, after exam, or during the exam. Everything is being monitored, everything is transparent. Sai Kiran Reddy, do not worry, right? Okay, Alankita has an advice for you. Those who love it, try following it, right? Okay. If it's 2:30, just go as early as possible. Preferably, as I said, at least 1 hour before, right? You don't know what traffic conditions are. You don't know how commuting would be if it is a new place for you. So don't take the risk, right? Try to be at least 45 minutes to 1 hour before the prescribed time. That is, they said they'll not allow you before 2:30, after 2:30, right? So try to be at least by 1:30. Yes, yes, every exam is a new exam. So we always have that new experience, no matter how many exams we give, isn't it? At last I could satisfy Sai Kiran Reddy. Sai Kiran Reddy, thank you for obliging. Alankita is just getting frustrated by the conversation that's happening in the live chat. She says, you guys are given exams several times before, so it's not something new, right? So you know everything. Why do you want to make a mess out of it? So that's a message I think Alankita is giving you. Yes, good. So that single point should simplify everything, right? So don't take it in a bigger way. It's very simple. Just go, give exam and come. And in fact, you are all masters in giving exam. We are all masters in giving exam, right? From the 7th standard, we have public exams, 7th, 10th, inter, long terms, BDS exams, entrance exam for MDS. We're all masters. So you should, as I said, it should be a cakewalk for you. It's in fact a cakewalk for you. Yes, do carry your spectacles. If you have sight, do carry your spectacles. As I said, if you're not allowed to carry your specs, right? Then why are you allowed to carry or have clothes upon you for the day of exam? Yes. Okay, then I guess it's a time, right? So once again, I wish you all the best, and don't overstress yourself. As I'm insisting, just focus on relaxing. Obviously, once you are relaxed and once you are calm and cool, you are going to do your best, right? And we'll see you again tomorrow after 6 p.m. maybe in one live session, or we'll have another live session on Monday, right? Okay. Yes. We'll have an alumni meet. Don't worry, you need not thank me now, right? We'll have an alumni session, and if you feel like attending that session, definitely you're most welcome. We'll have, I'll explain you, I'll share all my experiences throughout this year, and you can share yours, right? Yeah. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Keep it simple, give your best, try stay relaxed. At the end, it's only an exam, it's not a matter of life and death, right? So wish you all the best once again. Love you all, take care, right? and don't discuss any MCQs. Don't study now, okay? Don't try to overstress yourself by revising and revising all subjects, right? Keep it simple. Have good breakfast, give your exam well, relax, you're going to do well, and we're going to see you again. And as I said, as we discussed previously, we're going to have a dancing session tomorrow evening or after your exam, maybe day after tomorrow, right? Okay, love you guys. Take care. All the very best. Yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye.